All right, Matt, so here we are ready to go. Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Experian. It's homecoming weekend. The whole town has been hopping here in Lexington. For the first time in their football history, the Longhorns are here to take on the Wildcats under the lights in an SEC primetime matchup. And hi, everybody. Dave Fleming, Brock Osweiler, Stormy Bonatoni with us as well. All right, we're excited about this game. Part of it is just the feeling around town all weekend long for Texas. What a great win last week against Oklahoma. The big question for everybody, Brock, around that program tonight is, can they carry all the positive from last week's win against the Sooners here tonight and going forward?
Well, we're going to find out in the next 60 minutes. But I think the good thing, especially when you talk to Sark this week, Texas really feels like they got back to the brand of football that they want to play. Complementary football in all three phases. A suffocating defense that's going to get takeaways. A special teams unit that created huge plays against Oklahoma a week ago. And then offensively, you kind of get the sense that they finally figured out their formula of how they want to play with Arch Manning.
The young quarterback played well. Nobody under more scrutiny in college football than Arch early this season. You did kind of a deep dive on him this week.
I really did. And I think as of late, he's done some really, really good things out there. One of those is standing tough in the pocket. This is a couple weeks ago against Florida. Keep an eye on what he does. He makes this defensive lineman miss, but he knows that he has an unblocked linebacker that is going to knock him right in the teeth. He stands tall and strong in the pocket, keeps his eyes down the field, and delivers an explosive game. That's a big league play. And then last week against Oklahoma, helps his tight end out, has the awareness to know that he's not lined up properly, gets him in the right position. Then as the offensive line whiffs up front, Arch has the awareness to make him miss and then deliver a really accurate throw. And this is a critical moment in the game. This is backed up on a third down and a gotta-have-it moment in a rivalry football game. So I really believe he's been playing some good football as late, but you see it right there. He's been pressured the 7th most in college football this year. I firmly believe it takes all 11 guys on the field to play quarterback as well as a play caller. He can't do it by himself. His supporting cast is starting to get better around him.
He needs some help. He got it last week. Will he get it again tonight in what is going to be a hostile atmosphere in Lexington? The Wildcats need a win badly. Texas, Kentucky, kickoff coming up next. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. Just a beautiful night here in Lexington, Kentucky. A Wildcats team under a lot of pressure, desperate for a win. Texas looking for their first true road win of the year, coming off by far their best overall performance in the Cotton Bowl against Oklahoma. Can they build on that and have that carry them forward here and make this the season they all thought they were going to have at the start of the year when the Longhorns were the preseason #1 team in the country? Texas won the toss. They deferred, so Kentucky is going to get the ball first. Kendrick Law is deep to receive the kickoff, and it looks like it's a returnable kick. A fair catch. So as the Wildcats offense comes on the field, let's go down on the field to Stormy Bonatoni.
Well, Dave, when I spoke to one of the Texas leaders this week, Michael Taff, he said it was interesting hearing how people were discussing his team, that going into last week, their season was basically over. They were so bad, but then they beat Oklahoma the way they did, and all of a sudden, they're so great and national championship bound again. So he said this is a huge game for them because human nature is to let complacency creep in. When people are telling you how good you are, the whole message has been about recognizing Kentucky's going to bring their best at home, pull out all the stops. And even Sark said this will be a great test of his team's maturity. Said ask anybody in the SEC, being on the road for a night game in this league is the last place you want to be.